So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below, so check those out for massive discounts on all your Hidden Summoner needs as well as all your other Yu-Gi-Oh needs. But let's get on with the profile.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Wargames, and I'm bringing to you guys a deck that some of my friends, mostly Tom, so shout outs to you man, for telling me about this deck concept that's been floating around, and that is Orcust ABC. It's a very interesting combo. Mostly they want to, the main thing is that you're playing ABC but you're utilizing like 1 or 2 Orcust monsters so you can help go into the Link monster. You can shuffle banished machines into your deck to reduce everything to 0 on your opponent's field, so you can just pump in more damage to your opponent much easier, and recycle your ABC pieces that have been banished that are hard to recur to your deck. So it's a very interesting combo, but I wanted to go one step further and add in a bit more of the Orcust engine than most people I've seen do since hearing about this build, and I'll explain why I've gone for certain ratios as I get to them. So with all that said and done, let's get into this. So also celebrations to a Assault Core coming back to 3 on the ban list, mostly just because Firewall had to be gone. I still disagree with that option, and I still just believe that they should just errated Firewall to just once per turn, then he can stay at 1 copy and there'll just be no issues with it. Like all the combos that all the stupid things that Firewall does will still go, but he can then stay. But that's just my idea, that's just my reasons for it, and my views on it, but hey ho. So A Assault Core at 3, along with the A, B and C, 3 copies of all of them. You've got to have 3 copies of all of them. You could probably play 2 copies, sorry this is all a big jumbled mess. You could probably play 2 copies of each, but I just thought just go absolute pure, get all the pieces that you need, have consistent all pieces so you always have a piece. I just gone with 3 copies of each, and to run at the Union monsters I am playing just 1 heavy mech support, just because an easy way to get a piece back, and then you can either equip it to something or just go into a Link monster. So as for actually with the Union monsters, for my Orcust engine is 3 Harp Horrors, 1 Symbol Skeleton, and 1 base Bombard. I feel like this is just a nice ratio if you wanted to go more into the Orcust engine, and the reason for this is because Harp summons from deck, so it's just arguably the best, and if you do play him in the extra deck, being a level 4 helps you go into the rank 4s that you want. It's also the strongest of the trio, so that was also a plus for him there. Now I just gone with 2, one of the other 2 just because then I have targets for Harp to summon off, but the recur ability that they bring is still very nice, and the summon that they do is still very nice, so I wanted to keep them in there. I am playing also 2 World Legacy World Crowns, just because I am playing the Orcust draw spell, and you can send World Chalice monsters or World Legacy monsters for that to give you a bit more consistency, and I felt like Crown's the best one just because it's the easiest summon with its own effect, just summon to a Link monster, a Link marker, but the negation that it can do as well is still very nice. So that's it for the Orcust engine. To finish off the monsters, I am playing the Symphonic Engine of 3 guitar and 3 mics. I just feel like it's just a very nice engine for the deck. It just fits ABCs very well with the discard ability of guitar and the extra normal summons for mics. You can either additional summon for a ABC piece to help you go into ABC Dragon Buster, or you can summon a Orcust and help you start going into your Orcust plays. So I felt like that engine just works very well. The other engine I would recommend is obviously the gadgets. That does well as well, so it's up to your personal preference. Moving on to spells is 3 Union Hanger. I'm also playing the 1 Babel and the 2 Terraforming. So this is my field spell ratios. Obviously you need 3 Union Hangers. The ABC engine is arguably the strongest engine in the deck, so I wanted to play 3 of that field spell so I can at the very least just play ABC naturally, with no worries. But I wanted to play the Babel as well, just so the Orcust can do their Orcust things. With the 2 Terraformings, it's still easy to search, and with the draw power that we have in the deck, you can get to it quite quickly, so that you have it when you want to start doing your Orcust things. Speaking of the draw engine or draw power, we have the 3 orchestrated return. Just discard a Orcust or World Legacy and draw 2 cards. You can pay 1 per turn. Just nice consistency draw spells for the deck. Drawing is always good. And then we play 2 of the continuous spell of Orchestrated Ensigns, or I think that's how it is. I'm probably butchering it, but hey ho, that's me. But yeah, the continuous spell enabling you to use your Orcust as quick play cards is just too good. That is what it does. Oh no, it just banishes it, so you can then combo with the field spell to start doing that. You could probably bump the field spell to 2 if you wanted to as well. That's something I should mention. It's completely up to you, but I feel like the ratio of the field spells I have is just nice at the moment. But 2 of the continuous spell, just because you can't search it as easy as the field spell. 1 Foolish Burial to dump any ABC piece that you need. 1 Monster Reborn because Monster Reborn. And because I'm running out of them because I have so many decks, Proxied 3 Called by the Graves. Just, you know, or this can be any card that you want to play off as a 3 of. I just feel like Called by the Grave is just standard for most decks. So this is 3 Called by the Graves. I'm playing 1 trap card, the Orcust Storage Trap, just because you can search it with certain cards in the extra deck and in the deck in general. So, and it's just a nice strong card, just gives your monsters protection and cards protection. So it's just a nice trap to have for the deck. So that's the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. As you saw by the extra deck, for the Link 4s, I am playing the 1 Orchestron. Yeah, Orchestron. And 2 Gumbler monsters. I just feel like these are the best Link 4s for this type of deck. The Orchestra is obviously the whole point of the deck. You can combo with the ABC pieces, shuffling them back to the deck. I feel like Bomber, so you can start doing your Orchestra combo of Bomber with the Orcust Link monsters, summoning them to his zones and start blowing up things during your opponent's turn. But he also combos very well with just ABC Dragon Buster in general, because you can summon Buster first, then make Bomber Dragon, which I do a lot in the test hands that I've been having with this deck. And then on your opponent's turn, after you used ABC's effect to banish something, you can then just sack Dragon Buster off, summon the ABC pieces, Bomber blows up everything, and you get your ABC effects. So combos very well with the Buster. And then it combos very well with Gumbler in general as well, because you just do it all reverse. So you make Gumbler first, then you summon ABC Buster, discard 2 cards from your hand, 1 to 2 cards from your hand for Gumbler's effect. Then during your opponent's turn, you can ditch a card for Buster, use Buster's effect, detach, special summon, Gumbler goes off. So there's a lot of good combos with the Topologics with ABC. They just combo very nicely. Moving on to the 3s is Trispania and the Orcust one. So yeah, it's, what is it? Longreaser, the Orchestrator. Just because you need to have at least 1 for the Orcust deck. to function. I am playing 2 of the Link 2s just because it's the easiest one to go into, along with Proxy Dragon for the combos. You do need him for the boards that you can end up with. Underclock Taker just because it's a very nice generic. Cleefort Genius because everything in here is a machine. And then for the Link ones, I am playing Link Hero and Nightmare Mermaid. The reason I have Nightmare Mermaid in here, even though I don't have any nightmares, is just because I had the space left over and I thought Mermaid is the best option, just because you don't want to be Iblied. So, because Ibli hurts this deck, so or it can hurt this deck, so well timed Ibli. So having the Mermaid in the extra deck is very nice. But to round up the extra deck is the obvious 3 Dragon Busters, the most busted fusion in the game. Still to this very day. So you've got to play 3 Dragon Buster, at the very least 2. And that, guys, is the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you think of this combo. I think it's at the very least very fun, very interesting. I did not notice this combo when I was looking at the Orcust monsters. I just kept thinking, oh, Cyberduck. That's the only thing I was thinking of when looking at them, or DD as well. Just because they just lock you into dark monsters, I think. So, you know, DDs can work around that, obviously. But yeah, that's what I was thinking of. So the fact that Song 4 or ABC, just because of the Link 4, is very interesting and it's very fun to play with. So, as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button, and of course don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round, so don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.